प्यारे बच्चों, आज हम पढ़ेंगे स्टोक्स लॉ के बारे में और टर्मिनल वेलोसिटी के बारे में. Well, you know that whenever there is a relative motion between different layers of a fluid, viscous force comes into play and opposes the relative motion between the layers of the fluid. Fluid refers to the materials which flow, that is liquids and gases. Let us consider a small spherical body. Well, it is falling through a fluid, falling through a viscous medium. While falling, it drags with it the layers of the fluid which are in contact with it. So, the layers of the fluid which are in contact with this body, they come in motion. The other layers which are at large distance from the body, they remain undisturbed. So, this body while falling produces a relative motion between different layers of the fluid. So, a viscous force comes into play. This viscous force is given by Stokes' formula. Well, Stokes said that Stokes, English scientist Sir George G. Stokes, he said that viscous force acting on a small spherical body of mass m, radius r, moving with velocity v through a viscous medium of coefficient of viscosity eta is given by F is equal to 6 pi eta r into v. This is called Stokes' formula or Stokes' law. Well, this formula is valid under some assumptions. These assumptions are: well, the medium through which the body is falling should be of infinite extent. The body should be perfectly smooth and rigid. There should be no slip between the body and the medium. Though the body is small in size, but it should be very large. Size of the body should be very large as compared to the distance between the molecules of the medium. Means the medium should be continuous. Well, the velocity of the body, velocity of the falling body should be less than the critical velocity of the medium. That is, the motion should be streamlined. So, this formula is valid under these assumptions. From this formula, we can say that F is directly proportional to V. When the body is falling, due to force of gravity acting on it, the velocity v of the body goes on increasing as it covers more and more distance in the downward direction. As v increases, viscous force goes on increasing. Viscous force acts in the opposite direction, opposite to motion of the body. A stage comes when the total upward force becomes equal to the total downward force. At this stage, the net force acting on the body becomes 0. Net force 0 means acceleration of the body becomes 0. Acceleration 0 means the body starts falling with constant velocity. This maximum constant velocity acquired by the body while falling through a viscous medium is called terminal velocity. Well, let us find out expression for terminal velocity. For that, let us consider a small spherical body. falling through a viscous medium. Let m is the mass of the body, r is the radius of the body, rho is the density of the material of the body, sigma is density of the medium, and eta is coefficient of viscosity of the medium. Let us discuss various forces acting on the body. These are, first is weight. Weight W of the body acting vertically downwards. Weight किसके बराबर होता है? Mass into acceleration due to gravity. M is mass of the body and G is acceleration due to gravity. We know that mass is equal to volume into density. Well, volume of the body, let us say V, mass m will be equal to volume V into density rho. वॉल्यूम कितना होगा बॉडी का? स्फेरिकल बॉडी है, वॉल्यूम ऑफ द स्फीयर इक्वल टू 4/3 पाई आर क्यूब. ये वॉल्यूम हो गया इनटू डेंसिटी, ये मास हो गया. वेट W इज इक्वल टू मास इनटू इतना मास हो गया इनटू एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी. दिस इज वर्टिकली downwards. Let us talk about the second force acting on it. Second is upward thrust due to buoyancy, FB. Well, you know that when a body is partially or totally immersed in a fluid, the fluid exerts an upward force. And according to Archimedes' principle, this upward thrust is equal to weight of the fluid displaced by the body. चलिए find out करते हैं. Upward thrust due to buoyancy. This is FB, and FB is equal to a weight of fluid displaced by the body. तो चलिए फाइंड आउट करते हैं FB. FB is equal to weight is equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity, m dash into G. M dash is the mass of the fluid displaced by the body. Mass is equal to volume into density. कितना वॉल्यूम डिस्प्लेस करेगी ये बॉडी? कितना वॉल्यूम हटाएगी? इक्वल टू इट्स ओन वॉल्यूम, दैट इज V. M dash is equal to V into density of the fluid. यहाँ ध्यान रखना है कि जब हम वेट निकाल रहे हैं तो डेंसिटी ऑफ द मटेरियल ऑफ द बॉडी, और जब वेट ऑफ फ्लूइड डिस्प्लेस्ड निकाल रहे हैं तो डेंसिटी ऑफ द फ्लूइड. ये मास हो गया. FB कितना आ जाएगा? मास ये आ जाएगा आपका वॉल्यूम कितना? 4/3 पाई आर क्यूब into sigma. तो एफ बी इज इक्वल टू मास इज 4/3 पाई आर क्यूब इंटू सिग्मा, ये मास हो गया एम डैश इंटू जी. दिस इज एक्टिंग वर्टिकली अपवर्ड्स. Well, the third force acting on the body is viscous force. F, which according to Stokes' formula F is equal to 6 pi eta r into v. Here v is terminal velocity. Well, the body is under the action of these three forces. Well, in equilibrium, net force acting on the body becomes 0. So, acceleration in the body becomes 0. So, body starts moving with constant velocity, which is called terminal velocity. Means we can write that when body attains the terminal velocity, in that case, total upward force becomes equal to total downward force. चलिए इनको टोटल अपवर्ड फोर्स कितना, एफ बी प्लस एफ, और टोटल डाउनवर्ड फोर्स कितना, वेट ऑफ द बॉडी डब्ल्यू. तीनों की वैल्यूज लगा देते हैं. एफ बी कितना, 4/3 पाई आर क्यूब इंटू सिग्मा इंटू जी, प्लस एफ कितना 6 पाई ईटा आर इंटू वी. W will be equal to weight 4/3 pi r cube into rho into g. यहाँ से हम फाइंड आउट करेंगे टर्मिनल वेलोसिटी v. इस टर्म को लिख लिया और इस टर्म को इस तरफ ले जाकर नेगेटिव साइन के साथ जाएगी. फोर बाई थ्री पाई आर क्यूब इंटू जी कॉमन ले लेंगे. अंदर रह गया रो माइनस सिग्मा. तो v कितना आ जाएगा, ईटा 6 पाई ईटा इंटू आर. ये पाई कैंसिल हो जाएगा, एक आर भी कैंसिल हो जाएगा. तो v कितना आ जाएगा, v इज इक्वल टू 2/9 आर स्क्वेयर इंटू जी इंटू रो माइनस sigma divided by eta. This is the expression for terminal velocity of the body. चलिए अब लिखते हैं कि टर्मिनल वेलोसिटी किस किस चीज पर डिपेंड करती है. v depends on Number 1, it depends upon radius r of the body. v is directly proportional to square of the radius. अगर रेडियस ज़्यादा होगा तो वेलोसिटी ज़्यादा होगी, टर्मिनल वेलोसिटी. रेडियस वी कंसिडर स्मॉल स्फेरिकल बॉडी. स्मॉल रेडियस में, रेडियाई में ये कंपैरिजन है. नंबर 2, g is constant on the surface of earth. It depends upon rho and sigma on the densities of the material of the body and that of the medium. If rho is large, means the body is heavy body will fall faster. उस केस में टर्मिनल वेलोसिटी ज़्यादा होगी अगर rho ज़्यादा होगा. वैसे ये डिपेंड करेगा ऑन द डिफरेंस ऑफ द टू. v डिपेंड्स अपॉन ईटा. अगर फ्लूइड थिक है लाइक ग्लिसरीन, कोफिशिएंट ऑफ विस्कोसिटी ज़्यादा होगा तो टर्मिनल वेलोसिटी कम होगी. So these are the factors on which terminal velocity depends. Well, if sigma is greater than rho, density of the fluid is more than the density of the falling body. In that case, V is negative. V negative means the body will move in the upward direction with constant velocity. Example of this is gas bubbles rising up in soda water. So बच्चों ये है about terminal velocity. तो क्वेश्चन कैसे आता है एग्जाम में? Like what is Stokes formula? Derive Stokes formula by the method of dimensions. Derive करके देखिए. फिर और क्या क्वेश्चन आ जाता है? व्हाट इज टर्मिनल वेलोसिटी? डिराइव एक्सप्रेशन फॉर इट. फिर आ जाता है कि व्हाट आर द फैक्टर्स ऑन विच टर्मिनल वेलोसिटी डिपेंड्स. इस तरह के क्वेश्चन. तो इसको अच्छी तरह से समझ लीजिए. थैंक यू.